Welcome back. Some sports news now. Former Australian captain Ricky Ponting has perhaps put an end to the debate on whether or not MS Dhoni should feature in India's World Cup side this time by saying that Virat Kohli is a good captain, but he also says India needs Dhoni to win.
Well, we are joined by the coach of Delhicapitals, Ricky Ponting, who's here right now with me. Ricky, thank you very much for joining us. You know, this team has never played the finals, let alone going on to win. How difficult would it be, or easy would it be for you to turn around the fortunes this time around?
Oh, look, I don't think it's ever easy. It's not an easy tournament to win, is it, the IPL? I think we've seen there are a number of teams that haven't had great success, you know, RCB probably being in the same boat as Delhi, but I think the feeling I've got already so far is that it does feel different. You know, we've got new owners, we've got a rebrand, our outfits look different, you know, a different logo and a really different feel about the Delhicapitals going into this IPL. You know, we've built our team around, you know, Indian, very good, young and experienced Indian batting, really. You know, with our top four with Shikhar, Prithvi, Shreyas and Rishabh will be as good as any, I think, and then if we get our fast bowling side of things right and our overseas players stand up, then I think we can go really well in this tournament.
You spoke about your batsman. Shikhar Dhawan is back with the Delhi team, but his form lately in one-day cricket has been inconsistent. Do you think that, you know, IPL will serve him as a perfect opportunity to get back some consistency?
Well, you'd like to think so. I mean, if you look at Shikhar's IPL career, one thing you'll say about it, it has been very consistent. You know, he's been a 450-run batsman for the Sunrisers the last 4 or 5 seasons, so we're hoping for something similar with the Delhicapitals this year. I think the important thing for probably all of our top order batsmen, so Shikhar, Prithvi, Shreyas and Rishabh, is they don't start looking too far towards the World Cup. I think they really have to stay in the present here.
How impressed were you with your own Australian boys? They were 2-0 down in the tournament in the one-day series and they came back to win. Would you say that makes selection difficult for you now in the World Cup?
I think it's going to, for sure. I mean, I think it was a brilliant effort to turn that around. I think it's the 5th time ever that a team's come back from 2-0 down in a 5-match series to win. So,
and the return of Steve Smith and David Warner, does that, you know, change the mix for you?
Look, you think those guys will come straight back into the team. It's just probably a little bit harder for them now, considering that Kawaj has done so well opening the batting. You know, and what spot do they think that Steve Smith's going to bat? Is it going to be 3? Is it going to be 4?
You know, there was a lot of questions raised about Virat Kohli's captaincy when MS Dhoni has not been around. What do you think of him as a captain?
I wouldn't ever be negative towards Virat with his captaincy because I've seen what he's been able to do with the Test team over the last couple of years, and MS hasn't been around for that. So I think it's more his presence. That little bit of presence in the field that MS brings, but he brings a certain calmness as well to the batting. You know, whenever he's in, you know that India are probably a very good chance of winning the game. I think they missed his batting more than anything in those last 3 games, which is probably one of the reasons they didn't win.
And finally, your 2 World Cup finalists.
Australia and England.
Wow, no India there. Well, he has said it for you. Ricky Ponting is giving his final predictions. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you. Cheers.
Keep watching that space for more.